just gotta stop down and I lose control. Okay. So your best bet is when under your wrist, coming up this way. What this is gonna do is gonna cause a reaction. This leg is gonna eventually try to recover, and those either both hands is gonna pose. So if I start to play like this, see that? I'm already anticipating this part leg. This hand is here. I can do pretty much, I can just clear it, staple it, get through, push the knee down. Anytime you get past the knee line, push the knee away. Right? So from there, though, boom. Just push, 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 push. Kind of like sumo, Just do it like that. So it's just an idea, right? So anytime you guys pass, get past the knee, push the knee down as much as you can. Whether it's your hand, your knees, and whatnot. Okay? So also, if your partner is grabbing the ankle, right here, it's fine to grab the wrist over here, but you're setting yourself up for the bottom. Okay, so be careful with that. Right? This right here, try not to grab here. Because you can grab and look, you get full access, you can start getting his way. If I grab here, I don't rarely grab the deep hands, so I try not to. I usually just kind of stick on and just get pressure. Okay, so now if he's grabbing here, look, I put my hand to my hamstrings and I squat. Oh my God. Okay. So from here, look, I grab the wrist and I lift him up, and then now he gets the full axis here. Okay. For the guard guys, be careful. Okay, so as you're recovering, doing your guard retention, your goal is to get double hooks here. Okay. Once you get double hooks, find ways to keep his place his hands on the mat. From here, just off balance him. Do this. Okay, so while he's trying to pass, okay, your whole goal is to kind of get here, get under. What this does is, if you guys get caught in the chaos and your partner's passing, right? If you find your way, if you've managed to find your way to get under here, you're off balancing him. He's no longer passing. He's focusing on trying to balance. But it's up to you to force him to do that. Okay, what this leads to, it leads to this, it leads to this. A lot of options that you guys can create, but the whole goal is trying to just get under him. Okay, here, again, so as he's passing, whatever scenario he's throwing at you, however he's passing, find ways, get under him. Top guy. If your partner's doing that, address the grips. Okay, don't give him the benefit. Don't along. He's doing this, push. Okay. Sometimes I see you guys doing this, or you guys trying to kick back. You guys kick back, he's only gonna bite. He's still sticky. The trick to this is pull the knee into you. So always pull the knee. If you want to position yourself. Okay. Let's try it. In one straight line. You should be tapering yourself. You should be narrowing yourself in. So it's like this. You see what I'm doing? I'm aiming to get center. Because your whole goal is to get chest to chest so you can start dominating. And after a while, it's going to become like a pressure style. Right? You got to learn how to manage pressure style, closing distance, and learning how the body moves. Okay, so when we get, one of the common positions that we find ourselves in is headquarters, right? And so you gotta think now, when you're in the headquarter position, if my shoulders and head is in front of my knees, I'm gonna get swept. He's gonna off base me, right? So the way I kind of like to do headquarters is I like to go toes in, and you gotta imagine like yourself, like if you surf, if anybody you guys surf, okay, so you guys understand that staggered stance, right? So when you guys get into the headquarters, it's more like this. The reason for that is this leg, because I'm structurally strong here, I have mobility. My knees is, if I drop my knee, my knee's going straight to the core, so that's added pressure. If I drop my knees outwards, I don't control the center. I need to control the center. I need center mass, right? Also, what this allows me to do is I want to sit toward the end. Okay, I don't want to sit too high. You want to sit long here so you get mobility. Your chest is what's going to change the angles. Your chest, your movements. So now when you find yourself in these positions, he starts to grip. You gotta address the grips. Don't let him settle, don't let him get anything. Control whatever, get however you pass. And then look from here, it's just as simple as just turning and looking this way. Now, he's gonna want to try to recover and face me, but if I just drop straight down, I beat him already. It's all angles. Does that make sense? Okay, so we'll start here. I want you guys to pick bottom guy, pretty much just disrupt them. Find a way, you know what, get back to those double hooks. Okay? Get back to this. Top back, you guys get back into this, get, boom, address this. And just pass him from here. There's a lot of things that can happen. If he does lift you up, simple lace. That's it. A lot of things that can happen. There. You can skip it. Try add those. Get creative with the situation. But the whole thing is just learn how to manage it here in a staggered stance. Okay? Once in a while, you're going to go from here, you're going to get back. Stagger your stance once in a while. Don't get your head too far. If you have to, look up. Check yourself. And mobility. Shift your hips. Alright? Up here. Scenario. Get here. We get into like knee to belly. Right? Okay, so the way I like to play around with this, or it's an upright posture. Your goal is to pretty much just stay in this upright posture for now. And just whatever he throws at you, however he moves to try and recover, it's staying upright and just addressing and maneuvering around him. So pretty much just kind of like learning how to just move around your partner on a knee to belly posture. So if you look at it, I minimize going just the point of your knee, and then because there's space here, somebody could just come under, get under, and then, you know, trip away. And then my knee goes onto the mat. Everything needs to be connected, so I want to get my instep at least biting. It's always from hip to shoulders, from here, and then there's going to be always like a 3-point contact at most, right? So one. This leg, don't go point toes over here. Don't be so stiff. Use this as your balance leg, just to catch yourself. Putting pressure on the hips, putting pressure down. So when your partner starts to move, right here, and then you can kind of utilize this kind of movement to set up your partner on whatever you feel like doing. But if I'm going to release this hand, I need to replace it with something, which is this. And then I'll go here, and then this goes here, here. Now if I need to get on this side, I just go, boom. Switch. And then knee to knee, windshield wiper, boom. So how it's going to look like, where this comes into play, when you pass, you get here, he starts to turn away, boom. He sets up for this, he turns back into me, boom. Right here, I switch over, and then look, all these reactions you guys can be aware of. Knee to belly upright is not just here. It could be anything. If you're gonna do this with your partner, let your partner. Don't be dick about it with this. Just place your calves right on the forehead. Don't even have to be hard. You're putting a wedge. In order for him to get some kind of movement, his head has to move. So this keeps him grounded. Try to go forward. So look, he's only moving this. But I can control that, I can do this. I can maneuver, look, I can set up trucks from here. Kind of stuff you guys can create. Okay, so also, learning how, you can also go double knee, here. You can pin, switch, upright position, staple, boom. Just figure out ways based on what he's giving you. When he's trying to move. And then I kind of like to bite, so that way I can control his movements. Like these kind of motions. Here. See how I'm playing it? I'm just using whatever limbs I have, but I'm trying to find any best way possible to control them. Okay? So it's more friction at the same time. Make the guy on the bottom work. You're already on top. Just know how to manage the positions. If you're late and he's trying to turn into you, lift up. Lift. You're still upright. Play the position for now. We'll go 2 minutes again, switch, and then we'll take it to the top from here. Right, on three. 1, 2 control scenarios. I usually, when I teach this, I break them down in 3 segments. For now, we will focus on the hips. After the hips, we'll focus on the arms and then head. Okay, and then there'll be a round where I'll just have you guys just start like moving around, and then I'm gonna end up calling out those positions, and you guys are gonna transition to those positions whenever I call out, based on what we went over today. All right, so hip control could be like this. Like this, top mount here, switch. As long as you're controlling the hips, for now, just move, and your partner's just gonna like, so kind of like take what he's giving you. Pretty much like, just learn how to navigate around your partner, just controlling the hips. Okay, don't just settle for this. You got something, lay some. Yeah. And what this is going to do is going to help teach you how to get access this way, just by manipulating. Also from here, lace it straight to the top mount. You can find a lot of things of what you feel like doing just by learning how to control the hips. Okay, so we'll go 2 minutes of that. Then any form of arm control could be like wedges, right here. Your whole goal is to get both elbows as close as you can, as narrow as you can, by wedging from here. Turn. It could be anywhere. Same thing. Even if you're on top mount, control the arm from here. This sets up for a lot of stuff, S-mount, arm bar, submissions, whatever. Sets up for the gift wraps. Alright? So from here, switch. Manage your knee to bend, go back. Bring the arm, pull. The whole goes. Bring the elbows as close as you can. Crowd them as much as you can in any form, any way possible. However your partner's moving, however your jiu-jitsu is, your whole goal is to bring those 2 elbows as narrow as you can. Alright? I'm going to shorten the round on this one. You get probably about a minute. Okay? Or you guys like 6 to 2?
2 is fine.
Alright. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Alright. So, in order for him to generate, if his foot is all the way out here, and he tries to bridge, it's up hard. Alright, so keep that in mind. So the next one from here is pretty much head control. You get here, this is basically just controlling the head. Smooth. Could be anything. Could be wedges. From here, so Chalino. Here. Back up. Now watch, if he shrimps, cross facing. He shrimps again, cross facing. He starts to bridge, lift up his head. Okay? If he's strong, place your foot behind the back of the knee. Because now his foot can touch the mat, so then he cannot bridge. If he if you find yourself on the top and you're managing the head, where and his foot gets close to his butt, kick it out, push it away. Don't let him get, don't give him the chance to bring his foot close so he can lift his hips up. All right. So he's good. When you get into these positions, you're gonna come across this. Your partner's gonna want to bring his foot to bridge. So when he's trying to bridge, a lot of times we grapevine, we're doing this, but it's better this. Kick it out. So when he tries to bridge, and you notice what I'm doing. So I'm pushing it out. I'm not allowing him to put the bottom of his foot onto the mat, and at the same time, I'm pinching my knees. So you can't really see it, but if I rotate, you can feel it, right? I'm actually pinching just by rotating. And use this. When you get to the tomahawk, manage this. And then when you disengage, make sure keep the head, shoulder pressure. If you find yourself in north-south position, lift up the head, wedge it, set it up for whatever. But these are just common things to look out for, how to manage it. And then, after a while, you get into this, once you guys understand the combination of the three, you just blend them in. And then you find your way to, if you like getting to the top, you can use any one of those positions to navigate to the top, or whatever position you feel comfortable at. Does that make sense? All right, so we'll go to next 2 rounds. Focus on the head. All right, onto three. Either an X pass or whatever situation. If I get knee to belly, right? If you put pressure right in the center, you're gonna get some kind of reaction from there. What I'm looking for is this: the hand on my knee, and this right here, this scenario. Okay. Sometimes when we get into these scenarios, whenever I stick my hands through, he's already expecting I'm going for an armbar already, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wedge it like a crane. It's kind of like a wrist lock, so I'm grabbing his elbow and I'm putting my elbow right on top of his wrist. So when he tries to pull his arm out, he cannot. Okay, it's kind of like a crane, or like a homer from here. So I'm hooking it, tucking it in. What this allows me to do is step over the head. My hand is gonna go through the hole as I drop my knees. When this hand goes through the hole, it's gonna grab the top lapel now, not the bottom. So here, okay, now I'm gonna back step all the way and I'm gonna punch this through. Okay, this arm is stiff now. Okay, from here, I'm gonna make contact with my chest. I'm digging. Okay, notice how I'm doing, look. I'm putting both foot on the mat and I'm slightly lifting up. I'm driving into him. This hand is gonna go right in through, transfer to the lapel, and then my elbow's gonna hop over and I'm gonna baseball slide. Real quick, okay? However you guys manage it, okay, from here, boom. Quick baseball slide from here. See, it comes in fast, you know, so be careful. Right, so again, with some kind of pressure, hook the elbow. The reason why I'm hooking is I want this hand pinned to my knee. I don't want him to pull it out because when I step through, I want to grab the lapel. And then when I kick it back, when I punch it. If I just leave my elbow bent like this, he's just gonna turn into me. Nothing wrong with it. I got a head and arm. I still get access to the back, but I want to go for a finisher. So once I get here, lock it through, make contact. Notice I'm going to punch this through, and my hand is going to go right underneath. There's always a pocket here, from the shoulder to the ear. Boom. And when I transfer, guys, it's this, yo. Before I used to do it like this. Now I kind of turn it in. You know what I mean? I rather turn it in because look, when I go in, this part is already here. If I go here, I'm only getting by the throat area and there's space here. Does that make sense, guys? So if you rotate it in, it's already connected already. It's already locked into the carotid artery. So just go right here. And then your thumb goes right into the hook, grab, wedge, boom. Okay? Or Sometimes you can just go right here. You don't always have to go here. You can just go here. Okay, but whatever you feel like doing. But pretty much the setup. That's why I was kind of like doing like all the passing. You need to barely learn how to manage those scenarios and play with it and manage it. And once you can set them up there, grab the tip of the elbow, put pressure in, so that way he can't release that hand off your knee. So he's stuck. Because if he pulls it out, he's actually like wrist locking himself. It feels like a wrist lock when you try to recover off that. And that buys you enough time to step over the head, stick your hands through, grab the top lapel, back step, punch it through, Superman punch it, whatever. Drive your hands through, and don't forget to rotate it inwards. Kind of unorthodox, but normally I'm so used to doing it like this, but lately I've been changing it. Okay, so I've been curling it in, grabbing it in. As soon as I make contact, hop my elbows over and I just baseball slide out. Okay, let's try it. On 3, 1, 2, 3.